Good morning, everybody. How are we doing this morning? Well, we are officially in October. September has left us. We have already been down here this morning and purchased a corn header. Fred called me first thing this morning and he said, hey, I need you to bring down your Claws combine for me. And I said, well, okay, why? What's going on? And he says, well, I've had an issue. Apparently one of the John Deeres is not working. And we're cutting corn today. So it's like, well, I haven't bought a corn header for my combine yet, but that actually works out pretty good as far as timing because, yeah, I needed to come pick up a corn head anyway. So we picked up this Capella corn head, or picked it out this morning, and they set it out of their warehouse over here for us. So we've already paid for it. It's ready to go. I'm not going to try to go down the road with it. I think we'll go around the back way, and we're going to head over to Fred's. And yeah, I don't know what's wrong with his John Deere, but something went wrong with it. So he asked me to, help out with my machine. And, of course, absolutely not a problem. I'm glad to help out. That's what friends are for, But, let's see if we can get past this car coming through. There we go. But anyway, yep. Fred has been on a buying spree, just like we are. I guess there's been a lot of land that has come available to be purchased. And so, yeah. He has been on a buying spree. Now, I brought my truck down this morning so that I could buy this. And buy this. We're running very, very behind at this point. I mean, by the time I got back to the house, got this set up for corn, got everything situated. Yeah. Fred's already been down there cutting with the other John Deere for I don't know how long, and these are not small fields. Fred has really picked up some big amounts of ground. Now, of course, he's still got these two fields there and this field over here, but he now owns everything down to the river bridge here. In fact, this is one of his fields right here. This is the one we're going to be starting in, and then there's another field down there. I mean, yeah, it's quite the setup. And apparently he bought these bins in the deal, so Fred has expanded his storage as well. So, really proud of him for that. He's really making big leaps and bounds here. Looks like we're going to be coming into the field. That's pretty blocked off. I guess we'll have to go over here to the other side. Yeah, we'll come in over here at this driveway. Yeah, that should do it. I see he's got a cart over there. I'm not sure where we are starting. Oh, I think I see Fred down there. Yeah, off in the distance, I think I see him. Well, we'll go ahead and get set up here and ready to go. We'll just get ourselves unfolded. And I don't know if he's coming up here or not. Oh, I guess we could holler at him on the CB. Hey, Fred, got your ears on?
Yes, sir.
Hey, I was just curious where you were wanting me to start out at here.
If you give me a couple, I need to hit one tiny spot here that I'm going to be working up back towards the road. Both grain carts are full, so I got to head back there and empty them out on the trucks real quick.
Oh, well, I can do that while I'm here.
Yeah, do you want to do that? Then I'll meet you back there at the road so I can tell you what all's going on.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll I'll just come around here and swing a Yui and start filling it up here.
Alrighty.
So, alrighty, well, I'll see you when you get up here.
Alright, man, I appreciate it, sir.
Not a problem. Alright, well, we'll get this shut down. And let's head over here to these grain carts. Yeah, he bought this old Massey. I'm kind of glad to see it out and getting used. An old 4900, man, it was beat up, needed an engine. And yeah, he did a good job of getting it up and running. It's nice now, let me tell you. But looks bad, but as far as mechanically speaking, he has really done her up nice. So we'll go ahead and just empty it off real quick. I think I'm close enough here. Should be. There it goes. Let's see. Oh, there it is, right there. Just got to lean the right way so we can see. Get this filled up for him. This old girl does a good job. She really does. Sure glad he bought this too. Oh yeah, there, it's building up. Okay, time to go to the back. I've never run this, so it's kind of a new one. There we go. Well, we're not spilling all over. Oh, there. We're not spilling all over, so that's a positive. I don't remember how much this grain cart holds, but I know it's quite a bit. Oh boy. Well, I think that's it. Is there more? Guess we'll find out here. We'll go get the other grain cart, if there is. Yep. This thing holds quite a bit of grain, man. There we go. It's emptied now. Okay, well, let's go ahead and we'll run this out to the field. And go get that other grain cart he's got down there. Yeah. Got some lights on inside here. Wonder what that's all about. It's still running good. Oh, there's Fred coming by in... Whoa, hey. Wait a minute. Okay. That's not a John Deere. I'm pretty sure that Fred has a John Deere. But that wasn't a John Deere. And I saw the other John Deere at the house when we went by. Interesting. Looks like Fred might have some splaining to do. Well, we'll get this done up here, and then let's go see what's going on with Fred. All right, let's get this grain cart. Ooh, a 1721. Fred has done some updating on his grain carts. Very, very nice. Very nice. Okay. Let's see. Well, I am impressed with the new setup here at Fred's. I like it. Just got to be very careful here so we can make it down to the trucks and get this unloaded. Yeah, excuse me. I had a little bit of corn chaff stuck in my throat there, I think. Either that or it was the shock of seeing. I'm not sure what that is. I don't recognize that New Holland model. I really do not recognize that New Holland model. We're gonna have to have a little chit chat with Fred here. Okay, well, we got to get this unloaded. Finished unloading, anyway. There we go. Won't take much on that one. Wow. There is a lot of grain here. Lots of grain here. Well, let me finish unloading this and I'll be right back with you. All right, everybody, we are back. Mr. Fred, I got a question for you. This is not a John Deere.
Nope. Well, kind of like how we were talking about earlier, how you said that I've kind of gotten on a little bit of a spending frenzy. So, well, yeah, admittedly, I went on a frenzy. I shouldn't have, but the bank said I was doing well enough, and they said, you've done enough with us. You've been paying bills ahead of time. I've done a couple things to help them out, getting them some extra business with the other farmers and some buddies of mine from back where I used to live at.
Right.
Well, long story short, I told them that I wanted to get more ground if I could, just so I had a little bit more territory for say. And
Well, more ground, more profit.
yeah. Anyways, they had no issue with that, and I told them it's like I've only got one request going into it. It's like I need to upgrade. It's like I've got two good combines. It's like if I were to get rid of one, would you guys help me upgrade the one that I get rid of to a newer combine? So,
Aha.
so the smaller of those two John Deeres I got rid of, you remember that one that had tracks on it?
Well, yeah, I remember.
Well, it was a little bit smaller, had more hours on it. Just I had a little bit more wear on it, not a whole lot, but a little bit more. So I got rid of it. Then, you remember how you had the delivery of the New Holland equipment show up, and I told you how I toured the plant?
Yeah, I remember that.
Well, I had gone around looking at stuff. Anyways, the salesman for New Holland equipment got a hold of me. And anyways, the banker and I actually went into the their plant together, and we watched them build my combine.
Oh, really? That you watched him build this? So you're saying
Yeah.
this is the brand new model?
Yep. This is
Ah.
they call it the CR11, and it is a monster.
Yes, it is. I was going to say it is. It sure took me by surprise. I was running down there in the Massey, and it was like, that doesn't look like a John Deere to me.
Nope. A little bit of a change in paint color, going back to what I really like, because I'm a really big New Holland fan. Well, you already know that.
Yeah, well, New Holland, Gleaner, yeah, you've liked them all.
Well, yeah, none of them has done me dirty.
Right.
They have all done me quite well. The only time something has happened is just critical failure, and half of it was stuff I could have prevented.
Right. Right.
But no, this is my new machine. Actually, I told them I was interested in something, but I wasn't sure what to do, and they said, "Well, we just started building a new model. How would you like to come in and look at one?" I was like, "Oh man, I like it. I didn't get to test run any of them. I got to sit in it, run it, and
Right.
stuff
Right.
like that. I never got to do any form of harvesting with one." But they asked me if they're like, if you're gonna be buying a brand new piece of machinery, how do you like to do something that not very many people get to do? It's like, okay, well, enlighten me. What are we talking about? So they
Oh,
invited me, and I took the banker with me, but they invited us in. We got to watch them build this combine.
I'll be dang. Well, it's a beauty, let me tell you, man. That I like the new design that they're going to. Um, how's it run? I mean,
Oh, it's a
it's a
dream.
dream.
It's a dream.
Yeah, that I haven't done a lot of research on the new CR11. I mean, I remember a year ago they were talking about an update, and well, this thing's supposed to have like 700 horsepower. It's supposed to be ungodly powerful for a combine.
It's almost unfazed out there. This is
Wow.
it's unreal.
Well, I'll be curious to see how the claws stacks up to it, because that's a 2024 model, but I imagine this would classify as a 25 at this
Yep.
point. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll be curious to see how that stacks up. That's something, man.
Well, I was gonna say, I know I've got a new machine and a new header, but I noticed when I was helping clear out the semis real quick, I noticed you got a new header for that machine.
I did. I just bought it earlier today when I brought my truck down. I went and I bought that header on my way here. They had it in stock because I haven't had a header for it. And in fact, I think it's made by the same company, the Capella company that made yours.
I was gonna say, I think
So
it's the same. It might be the same header. I didn't look close enough.
I think it could be. I don't know. Just different paint scheme on mine.
Yeah.
I'll have to look into that and see.
All right.
But we'll
Well,
have to see how it runs compared to, I don't have 700 horsepower. I think I'm only like 500 and some or 550. I can't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, I'll have to see how it runs compared to yours.
well. I was gonna say we can get some corn picking done. How'd you feel about swapping seats later on? And you could run the new machine here. You can take it out for a test run yourself.
Yeah, I'd like that. I'd like that. We'll work on that here. Oh, let's. I mean, I don't want the day to get away from us, but yeah, we can do that. I'd like to have a chance to run it and see how it operates. You bet.
I was gonna say I've never in a million years would have expected myself to own something nearly like this.
Well,
I
I'm kind
I
of there with you. I wasn't really expecting to buy brand new here, but I'll tell you, with the cost of parts and the fact that I'm under factory warranty, I
yeah,
just
that's
can't say no. I mean, look how many harvests have been interrupted because something broke down or something went wrong. Case in point, the harvest we're in right now has been kind of a nightmare. So,
yeah. Well,
uh,
before you got here, uh, actually when I was on the far end of the field there, the dealer had a mechanic at my place earlier and was looking into the John Deere. Uh, it's gonna be an expensive fix, anyways. I asked him to give me some time to think on it. Uh, I I picked up something out there. rock or something. I'm not even sure. They're not sure what happened. Anyways, it started chucking a bunch of corn out the back instead of, processing it properly.
Uh-oh. You did like
And
me, picked something up and ran it through the machine, and it ended up
oh,
creating a catastrophe.
yeah.
Oh no.
Well, that one, it's not the bullet rotor setup. It's right before that. Anyways, basically all the threshing components in the machine, concaves, you name it, all of that stuff got pretty damaged. So I mean
Oh.
uh, I don't know. I'll
Hmm.
I'll find out. It's too good of a machine to just say scrap it.
Right. Yeah. Well,
But
hey, if it's, I've always looked at it this way: if it's over 50% of the cost of the machine, then it's not worth it.
yeah,
If
that's
it's less than 50%, fix it and go on.
yeah. They're gonna get parts, all the prices of parts all gathered up for me and let me know, and then they're gonna factor in an estimate for labor fees and whatnot. And I was gonna go from there.
Alrighty. Well, I suppose we better get to harvesting. I know the sun's starting to crest pretty good, and you've already been out cutting. I assume it's dry.
Yeah, it's actually drier than I thought it would be, but there's a ton of it. There's a ton of corn here.
Oh boy. Well, that's a big field. I know that. So I guess let's dive into it, shall we?
Sounds good to me, sir.
Alrighty. Here we go. Well, everybody, man, look at that machine. Ooh. God, it even sounds good. I'm impressed. I am. Never would have suspected Fred would buy never would have suspected he would buy that new of a piece of machinery. Man. Well, I guess we'll just have to see if we can stand up to him when it comes to cutting here. We'll just have to wait and see, because, man, I don't know. I really don't. Line up here. Just take a stab right about there. I think that'll be good. Looks like we're filling all but one row down there. But anyway, yeah, we spent quite a bit of time talking. Fred has really updated, and yeah, I can't wait to get an opportunity just to see that thing in motion. I imagine it's going to be spectacular. But I'm going to go ahead and time lapse us working on this field for a little bit, and we'll see you in a bit. Hey, everybody. Well, we have finished this side of the field. I don't know how much Fred has left down there, but I haven't really asked him. I have just been cutting away over here, and let me tell you what, boy, was there some real corn out in these fields. My word, was there some corn. I don't know what Fred's going to do with all this corn. I mean, I know he's going to have to do something with it, but wow. Really, wow. Let's check with him. Hey, Mr. Fred, got your ears on?
Yes, sir.
How you looking down your way? You looking pretty good, or?
I'd say I think 3 passes down and back. I think I'm good.
Oh, okay. Well, I just finished up on the north end here. Or I should say, I'm sorry. I'm so used to being on my property. That would be the east end of the field. So
Alrighty.
I'm going to go and empty out the cart. And yeah, I'll meet you down here. We still got that field off to the west, don't we?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Well, I'll go get the cart, get it emptied up, and we'll go from there.
Sounds good to me.
All right, everybody. Well, I'm going to go ahead, shut down, and hop out of here. Boy, the old Lexion sure has got a workout today, let me tell you. And I'm going to get myself up to that cart, get it emptied, and then I guess we're going to have to move stuff a little bit further down for the other field. So, oh, and we need to test drive that CR11. I imagine, yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I imagine that is going to be one absolutely amazing combine. I really am. But, yeah, for the moment, I guess I'll get this taken care of, and I'll see you guys when we're a little further along. Well, Mr. Fred, what do you think? We've got this field down here opened up. It's, looks pretty good.
Oh, I agree. It looks quite a bit. Well, I think we're do pretty decent here as well.
I think so. Did you happen to check your fill monitor and see how much you got on that corn from this side?
I did not. When I go down to unload that green tractor, though, I'll check on it then.
I was just curious how much came off of there, because, man, it just felt like we were constantly unloading.
Yeah, I don't think we ever were not unloading.
Yeah,
Almost.
that ain't no joke. Well, are you ready for the big trade-off? Anything you've noticed about that combine I should be aware of?
It may seem it seems like it might be a tiny bit light in the back end when it's got a full bend.
Oh, okay.
Then I don't feel like it turns nearly as sharp as like what your claws here on my John Deere does, but it just hammers through. It almost acts like it's unfazed.
Oh, well, that's good. That's good. All right. Well, I will, I guess I'll hop over to it and I'll let you run the claws for a little bit here.
Sounds good to me.
All righty. Well, no time like the present to get right to it and just hammer in.
Sounds good.
All righty. Well, everybody, we get to try the incredibly dirty CR11. Wow, this thing got dirty. Yeah, it's a lot dirtier than I thought. Well, it starts up nice. Yeah. Well, let's give this a try. I guess we'll come down here to this end and just start right down over here. Yeah, that looks very, very similar to my setup. And I see what he means. I felt just a little bit of a bobble there for a minute. So, yeah, that could be, I mean, I don't think it's anything serious, but Well, let's see. We cut in right about here. Let's see how that treats us. Oh, yeah, it is completely unfazed by this corn going through. To be honest with you, it's about like running mine that I have. Not a CR11, of course, but the Lexion by Claws. That it's about like running it. It just doesn't even notice anything is happening. It's quite the machine. I'm impressed. Oh, look at there. We're only going to get a half swath this time. Oh, even less. Well, I knew this angled off back here when I started this, so not that big of a deal. We'll just let it angle off and finish up these rows, and then we can turn around and go right back on them again. Really don't have that many observations about this at the moment. Now, he said the turning radius was a little off, so I'm going to go ahead and make an extra run along the outside here, just so I have a little bit of extra turning room, I believe. But yeah, I mean, it's just, this thing is completely unfazed. And we are traveling, well, traveling rather quickly through the field, believe it or not. Rather quickly through the field. So, I am impressed. I really am. Take another about half right here through. And yeah, it just, look at that grain pouring in there. Let's see, do we have a yield monitor? Yes, we do. Very nice. Very nice indeed. Well, I'm going to get to it. Get up here to this corner and head back up, and let's see what we get. So I will see you here in just a few. Well, Mr. Fred, we got her all finished up. Let me tell you, that New Holland, that is something else. It is a field machine.
Yeah, it's definitely a it's a competitor. That's for darn sure.
Yeah, I mean, I know the Claws was keeping up pretty decent to it, but man, that was nice. It really, really was. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
That was something else. But I'm just glad we got that done. And yeah, the yield off of this field, my word. And we still have soybeans to go for me and for you, and my sunflowers.
Yeah.
So we got a lot left to do. I think today is probably kind of shot. We probably should work on the soybeans maybe tomorrow.
That sounds good to me.
And we'll just transition between farms if we need to. You've got quite a bit of soybeans, don't you?
Yeah, I got more beans than I did corn.
Oh, Well, okay. Oh, I'm gonna have to go home and get my other header for this, ain't I? Because the
Yeah, and
John Deere's still down.
yeah, I'm gonna give the old New Holland a little bath. It knows how to get down and dirty apparently, because it is filthy.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, you started a little bit earlier than I did, but it must be something about it throwing mud up or something. I don't know. Or
Yeah.
it just likes dirt. I
Well, yeah,
could be.
yeah. I'm gonna stick with that. That sounded better. I'm gonna stick with that. It just likes to get dirty.
Yeah, I think so. I
As,
definitely think so.
yeah, I feel like that's a good thing to say. Let's just stick with that for a while.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think that'll work. Well, everybody, from Fred and I, thanks for watching. I hope you had a great time with us. We will see you in the next one. Bye for now.